All right, back at it. Now, we're still at peace because the game has been paused this whole time. So what I want to do, let's first look at workshops and see if there's any product that I have that can be dropped off at a workshop. So we need clay, flax, hides, and silver. Let's see if I have any of that on me. I do not. Okay. Let's go all the way back to Rote and see what their status is after going all around the castles. Run back to Rote and see what it looks like. Okay, so this mercenary clan has left the Sturgians, which is fine by me. Now, payment to mercenaries, it says only -3. So we're only losing 3 dinars a day due to mercenaries. Now, I do want to stop and look at this. As we're passing Sianon, there is a tournament. So let's look and see what that is. Oh, I clicked the exact wrong thing. Well, I didn't want that spear anyway. I thought I clicked watch tournament. But I don't want the spear, so I'm just going to leave. If I clicked... All right, apparently I clicked a join tournament. All right, anyway, continuing on to Rote. Just want to familiarize myself or remind myself of what forces I have. It's been about 8 days or so since I last played this save. Let's see if there's, as we're moving to Rote, let's look at the diplomacy situation. See if there's anybody, 0% support, 0, 0, 0, 34% against Britannia. All right, so the only people that we look like we want to declare war against right now is Britannia. And I believe as soon as that, if Britannia declares war on us or vice versa, we declare war on them, that these castles that I currently have will be gone. And once again, we're going to look and see. Again, it's Lanakin Castle that's costing me the most money. So as soon as I leave Rote, I'm going to go to Lanakin and then Aster. Actually, they're about equal. They just have too many garrison troops. So let's take a look at this again. We're going to start off by looking at the dungeon. And I believe that the garrison is full. Okay, the garrison is full here. So I'm going to take these prisoners out of the dungeon and put them in my party, hoping that I will get some of them to join me. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and click the militia so that the militia will not get sold when I sell off these units here in just a moment. And it's been so long since I last played the game, I don't even remember where I got these prisoners from here, but obviously I should have ransomed them. So let's do that now. Make sure there's no militia. Get another 14.95. And we will look at manage town. All right, 77 days, 45,000. I seem to recall dropping 50,000 in here last time I was here. So we still got plenty of money. And level 3 will be the max. Give it the greatest fortification bonus. I'm going to wait here just for a moment to see what this tournament is. Judgment. I think that's a mace. I'm going to just leave because I don't have any... Corinne, I don't have any other... Well, we'll see. I'll join the tournament and join and then immediately leave. If Corinne wins it, she wins it. If she doesn't, she doesn't. And she did not. All right, so let's move on. I wanted to go to Lanikin Castle because, again, I do not want to keep these castles in the long run. And the reason being is that my character, when I started, my backstory was I had a Sturgian father, but I was born in Imperial lands. So for me, as an Imperial character, I want to get Imperial fiefs. That negates the -3 bonus, or -3 malus that goes against you. And I'll talk about that just a little bit more when I go into this castle. Okay, on Manage Castle, when you look at loyalty, you see it says honor culture is -3. That's because this castle, if you hover your mouse over it, at the top it says the culture is Botania. That means anybody who owns this castle that is not Botanian will get that -3 culture debuff. So here we go. The loyalty is -3 automatically before anything else is taken into consideration. Now, the way you get rid of that is you hire a governor. So you would go press N, you would bring up this, go to heroes, click alive. And in this case, I would want a hero that was Botanian, or to hire someone that was Botanian, right? So I would click on Botania and click on Wanderer, because right now I'm talking about hiring a governor. I'm not talking about using any of my family members. Obviously, the only family member I have that I could use would be Corinne. Corinne is Botanian, but I want her in my party because she is handling my archers. So once you've got Wanderer clicked and you got the specific culture that you want, you can see I only know 3 people. I don't know anything about this person except I know they were last seen at Revolt. This person is last seen at Cyrenera. And this person last seen at Pen Canuck. All right, so what I would do in this case, Pen Canuck is the closest to me, so I just run over to Pen Canuck and I would hire that person and then place them in the castle. And that means that -3 culture loyalty penalty would go away. So then I would only have, I would have like a +2, because right now I've got a -1 with that penalty. But anyway, that's the way you would handle that. And right off the bat. Now, other ways are your fairground, which is going to add loyalty. Here in this case, a level 1 adds 0.5 bonus to loyalty. And then, of course, you've got level 2 and then level 3. Another way to do that, if you look at your loyalty, you can see that security is -0.44. Well, a way to increase that is to add garrison forces and to make sure that there are no bandit parties running around. You can see right here there's 3 bandit parties I can see, and that there is no bandit hideouts. You increase your security will also help you in the long run. And the third way to do that, if you're a part of a kingdom, is policies. Now you can go through here and read each one individually. Some of these will increase security. For example, this one, serfdom, says that towns gain 1 security but lose 1 militia. In my opinion, that is a great standard. I would rather have the security than the 1 militia. Now, if you look through these, you'll see they do different things. What I look for when I go through these is I look for 1, anything that increases loyalty, and 2, anything that increases security. Loyalty is number 1 when I'm looking for these things. So I would always look for something to increase the loyalty, because what you don't want, see here, this hunting rights. It says food production in towns and castles are increased by 2. However, the loyalty of the towns decreased by 0.2. And in the long run, I would rather have the loyalty than the food. So that's not a good deal in my opinion. And if you go through here, you'll find. Now this is an interesting one. I like this one since especially right now I have five or six castles. This right here, reduce the costs of upgrading your castles. You saw that all these things here that are upgrades. And if you have this policy, castle charters, they will upgrade at 20% less cost. And you can see there is a lot of people supporting this. I'm going to go ahead and propose this while we're here. I haven't done anything diplomatically since I've started this playthrough, but I'm going to propose this because there's 86% of the lords agree with this. I own a lot of castles, so let's go ahead and do this. Notice there's Ragnvad is the only person disagreeing with it. And again, this is 82% to 18. I don't even need to vote. It's going to pass automatically. So I'm going to abstain, which means I will not lose standing with Ragnvad. And it gets passed. So I got what I wanted, and it didn't cost me anything but 100 influence points. I didn't lose any standing with anyone. That's just some of the things you can look at when you're trying to increase your loyalty. Now, or increase anything, really. In this case, I was trying to decrease the amount of time it would take to do these upgrades. And what I do want to, I want to take out, this was, I think, 522. All right, 389. Let's let some time run by. I want to let one full day run by. There's a gold change. This is 487. I'm going to let it run to the next gold change. Notice. So I know that I've gone a complete cycle. Need to get some more food. Right now I've only got a +2 for food variety. Let's look at this. Okay, negative. It's a lot lower. It's now negative 414. Notice it was, well, not a lot lower. It's about 100 lower, but every little bit helps. All right, so what I want to do now is look at the garrisons. And I already know there's some top tier units in here. And I want to get rid of them because they're costing me too much money now that we're at peace. So let's definitely get rid of the hired. Get rid of any mercenary types, units that you're having to pay a hired wage for. I'm going to leave the archers. I'm going to leave the brigand. I'm just going to take these guys out. These tier 5 very expensive troops. We've still got 124. And I'm going to take these 6 Sturgian line breakers out. Then let's see what we've got. I need to get rid of these. I'm just going to dump them. And I did get one. We'll get rid of that archer. Autosave in progress. Now let's look at what this castle is costing us now. 179. Okay, so essentially I've saved myself around 350 to 400 gold every day. Now the other castle that was causing issues was Astor, and it's right here. So let's go take a look at it. Again, I'm only using these castles to boost my income until they get taken away. I do not want them long term. So we're going to go to the dungeon. They have no prisoners. We're going to look at the garrison. And again, I'm going to take away the high tier troops. I want to leave this fella, but I will take these because there's a chance if war breaks out again, I can withdraw this troop to use. I'll take out the veteran Falksman. Obviously the hired troop. And I'm going to take out these horses. They're very expensive. I think I'll take out about 10 of these. Let's see what that looks like, how that helped. Let me dump these units. Let some time run, and then look at this is still over 500. We'll wait till the daily tabulation comes through. Okay, so these Elefthori are now back. They were the mercenaries that left at the beginning of this video. They're now back. Let's look at what this castle is costing now. See, we saved ourselves about 200 gold there, and Lanark Ken is now only -6. So we've got a savings of about 500 to 600 gold a day just on doing that. And again, I'm only interested in these castles right now because they're making me money. Now let's take a look. Let's run down to Verone Castle. See, I've got some of these militia coming in, which means once this militia is able to be recruited, I'm going to recruit them and see if I can replace them in Rote. Because I want to get Rote all militia if I can. Any fief that I want to keep long term, I'm going to try to pack it with as much militia as I can. Because they offer a good bang for the buck. Not Verone Castle. Why do I think I own Verone Castle? Talaville. I just saw blue and automatically assumed it was mine. Did not have the Viking longship icon. I was not paying attention. We're going to jump these bandits while we're here, if we can. Yeah, they made a mistake by going up here. And I'm just going to send in the troops. Well, they gave up. All right, but that's fine. We'll take that food from them as we head over to Talaville. May even take out that bandit hideout here in a moment. Let's see what we got in the dungeon. Nothing. What do we have in the garrison? Oh, that very high tier units. How's this castle looking on? It's plus 837, so it's making me money. In fact, it's the castle that's making me the most money. Maybe I don't want to mess with it too much. All right, its loyalty is pretty low. Let's see if we can slip in. The problem with this is it's only going up by 0.52, and I've already got max fairground. So anything else I attempt to build is going to put it in a negative as far as loyalty is concerned. Because again, that -3 owner culture is a real killer if you don't want to put a governor in there. Let's see if we can get... For my purposes, I'm going to put in the Castellan's office because this provides an increase in money indirectly because it lowers the garrison wages. So you can see level 1, which it is at right now, offers a 10% reduction of garrison wages, and a level 2 would offer a 20% reduction. So that's 53 days. Let's drop in 10K. 21 days, I can lower this garrison cost by 20%. We'll let that run. Again, while we're at peace here, generate as much money as I can so that when comes the war, I can afford to replenish my armies and properly equip my troops, myself and Corinne. Okay, our oldest child is aged 5, so we've still got 13 in-game years before that child comes of age and will be useful. Each game year is 84 days. Children become useful at the age of 18, or they become recruitable, useful. You can use them in parties and so forth and so on. -49, 5 days. All right, keep going. I'm going to run up to Calius Castle, but we'll stop at Pendrake on the way. I guess I should stop and sell these prisoners I just got. See, daily gold, 3,000 a day. Very nice. No prisoners. And the reason I'm checking for prisoners is to see if there's any militia that have been put in there by anyone. We've got 4 days, and it's still going up. I think this is going to make it. Okay, 4 days. I'll come back and check. What's set to build after that? Ah, the militia grounds. Okay. That's good. Let's look at Nevyansk. Again, making sure nobody has stuck any prisoners in there. What is the cost of this castle on a daily basis? The average. It's making me about 700 gold a day. And in fact, between it and Callias, they're making me the most money. And it is currently building a fairground. It's losing 74. It's going to be close. It's 12 days. I'm going to have to come back and look at that. And let's go take a gander at Callias. Again, no prisoners. Ah, we got some militia here. I'm going to take all of these militia, because in the long run, I want them for my towns and fiefs that I want to keep, not these castles. And it's still slightly increasing. How long would it take to plop a fairgrounds? 40 days. I'm going to see if I can lower that to... Okay, there's 14. See, I just spent 20 grand, but if we're making 3,000 a day, that's just a little more than 3 days. So it's in 3 days of just running around, I'll get that money back. It's not a big deal. And I wanted to see how low. So 14 days. Hopefully, this is -2 though. Let me look at the garrison again. Not a lot of troops in the garrison. Can I hold any more forces? Nope, I'm tapped out. All right. Well, we're going to run back to Rote and see if I can drop in these militia and take out some higher level troops, again, in an effort to increase our daily income. I do want to run over here to Carban Seth and see what this tournament prize is. And buy some food while we're here. Let's do that first. Grain, fish, meat. Okay, I need some butter. I'm going to buy all the butter, all the cheese, olives, grapes, beer, and date fruit. That gets me back up to +7 food variety, which raises me up to 80, almost 81. Southern decorated chainmail. Now, I know what that's about, and I don't want it at this stage. It's good early on. 27, 13, and 13. But it's not good at compared to the armor I currently have. Tournament is over. All right, so Corinne won it anyway. So now I'm just going to go ahead and sell it. Again, that's more income. I clicked the wrong button. All right, so it's 62.44. We'll take it. Much better armor we're wearing, so there's no reason to even consider that. But again, it's just another way to increase your income with little... All I did is click join and then leave, and my companion, in this case my wife, won the tournament, got me another 6,200 dinar. And it took, if I wasn't sitting here talking about it, it would have taken about 1 second. Ah, Sea Raiders. Let's take these Sea Raiders on. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to do it because the mercenaries jumped on them. Not interested in splitting the take with the mercenaries. Oh, Maranath has got a... Let's look at it also. See what the tournament here is about. A plumed nomad helmet. Again, I don't want it. It's only going to be around 28 to 32, and in this case it's 32. So we'll leave. If we get it, fine. If not, that's also fine. I do want to take a moment here, though, to see about the food situation and get some more grapes, for example. We'll take all 56 grapes, all the butter, all the cheese, olives, beer, and dates. And then continue on the rotate. Now, since it's taking a little longer than just going straight there, there's also more of the militia that are coming in recruitable. See, all of these are recruitable and all of these are recruitable. Now these other guys that I picked up at that castle, that last castle, are coming into recruitable. So we'll see if we can replace all this. Let me look at this since I do own... All right, the art of the trade. Now, I wouldn't normally concern myself with this because I don't, in the long run, I don't want to keep this since this culture is Botanian and it goes to Rimtor Castle. But since this is just something I can do right here and don't have to leave, I'm going to do it. So all I got to do is let him know that I'm going to do it for him, and then I'll do it myself. I'll just give him the money for him right here and now, and then that completes the quest. I don't have to do anything else. So that's real quick, an easy way to increase standing and or lower the problems the castle or the fief is having. That's one of my two favorite are that one, the Art of the Trade, and In and Out, because they're both can be done very quickly. In and Out cost more money. You just go into the town and buy a deed. It'll cost you 1,000, and you'll get 800 as a reward. All right, so the workshop building in Pendraic Castle is completed. I want to look at... Let's lock these first. And take a look at the garrison. Looks like I've already done a good job of taking out most of the high-level stuff here. All right. Pardon me, I had to sneeze. I don't think there's a whole lot. I will trade. How many was that? So we've got 7, 11, and 12. So we've, yeah, because I don't want to. I want to keep the Sturgian troops. So we can probably take out about 24. Let's look at Imperial archers. We'll take all 10 of those. And I think that'll do it for now because I want to replace archers with archers. I like having this. I don't want to lower the number of archers. So I'm going to put in 10 militia archer and take out 10 regular archer or high tier archer that is costing me a lot of money. And then I'll just dismiss those troops. And there wasn't really any high-tier infantry that I wanted to get rid of. The highest tier is only 3, and they're Sturgian soldiers. I want to keep them in case I need to pull them out to use them. I still want to replace this one archer. So if I get another archer militia to come, for example, this Valandian militia, or even the Sturgian militia. In the meantime, since my my fief is full, I think I'm going to go to Astor Castle and plop some of those militia in it. Because again, it's all about increasing the income. Right now, we don't have any being at peace with my... Okay, so we've got another mercenary. Now our mercenary expense is up to 155. All right, in the fairgrounds in Astor. Well, that's good because we're heading to Astor. So we need to go... Earlier, the Pendraic Castle completed. So we'll stop at Astor, see what we can replace there, and see if anything needs to be added to the build queue. And that's what I'm going to continue doing. I realize this is probably boring, but as I've said before, this is part of the game and it has to be done. You really need to manage your fiefs in order to get ahead in the game. Again, I play totally base game, vanilla, no mods whatsoever. This is just stuff that needs to be done. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.